Let's break down a whole chicken.
I'm going to jump right into this video as to not waste any of your time, and with the rising cost of food, I figure this is a skill that everyone should have in their arsenal. Here you can see I'm removing all the giblets, which include the heart, liver, neck, and gizzard. I set all that aside and save for stock. Next, I'm removing the thighs and legs from the body of the chicken by cutting apart the skin that separates the thighs from the body, and then with a little bit of pressure, you can separate that thigh bone from the joint. And watch closely, you'll see me pop that thigh out right there, and now we're cutting that thigh off the body, getting as close to those hip bones as possible. And be sure to watch out for the oyster, one of my favorite parts of the chicken.
Here's the oyster. We want to remain that intact on the thigh.
And here's a closer look of me cutting around that oyster and femur bone. And now we move on to the wings. All you need to do is cut around the wings where they connect to the shoulder, and once you find where that joint is, you can start moving it around a bit, get your knife in there, and it should cut right off. Here it is again on the second side. As you can see, I'm just cutting around, really trying to isolate that joint, and then cutting right through.
We've got our two legs here, and we want to separate the thighs from the drums. The easiest way I found to do that is right through this fat seam right here is right where that joint is. Do one more, you can actually feel that joint right in there. Gonna remove the wing tips in the same fashion. Just isolate that joint right there. Go right through.
We're almost finished up here. The last thing we need to do is remove the two breasts from the carcass, and we're all good to go. I'm first just removing some excess fat from the neck area, and now very carefully running my knife down the sternum or keel bone and separating all the breast meat from the rib cage. Now this gets a lot easier with practice. I find the quality of a whole chicken is usually better than one that's already butchered for you.
All right, there's one breast. The tenderloin is still attached.
And having the tenderloin still attached to the chicken breast is an added bonus. And here's another look at me separating the chicken breast from the other side. I ran into a little bit of trouble, but we still made it happen.
Went a little deep and hit the wishbone, so I had to work around it.
And if you made it this far, I just want to thank you for all your support. And if it's not too much to ask, please like this video and drop me a comment letting me know what you'd like to see next.
Here's our second breast. Tenderloin still attached as well. And we'll save all this for stock. And there you have it. 2 breasts, thighs, drums, and wings.